What's up, guys? Real quick, I'm going to be going over the Steiner R1X that I got. It comes in this little case right here. Came with the mount to the riser. Comes with a QD mount. Comes with the screws for installing the riser and such. So this isn't a good overview. There's not good news here. I like red dots. When I got the Trijicon SRS, this is not my original one. This is about 6,000. It's a serial number 6,000 higher than my original one. My original one, when they first came out, they had reflection issues on the interior lens. You'd be looking through the red dot and you could see the printed circuit board perfectly. It was like you were looking at a circuit board with a dot in the middle of it. Very bad. It was very bad. Well, I'm having the same issue with this. Now, this unit also I want to discuss is super bright. Now, I've got some very bright lights right here, and you can still see it. And you're going to still be able to see this one with these very bright lights just because of the black background. But this thing's cranked all the way up. And when it's cranked all the way up in bright daylight, this thing almost gets washed out. And I seem to only have 4 daylight options. But I'm kind of glad I don't have a 5th, because when it's on the 4th one, which seems to be the only one that's visible outside, because the first 3 are only visible inside, and it's not like I have an eye issue. I have very good eyesight. With that 4th one, if you're outside in the bright daylight looking around, as soon as you look into a area that's darker than your environment that you're currently out, if you're out in the middle of a field, and let's say you look into a tree line or something like that, all I can see is circuit board with a dot in it. Or if you look into a doorway, all you see is the circuit board with a dot in it. I've got some pictures of it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them up with the video. I'm not really good at editing. Not really good at editing at all. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see it with the video. If I'll be able to figure out a way to attach the images with the video. But if I can, I'll do it right now. And if you just saw those, you'll see that I took them on the brightest setting looking into a dark room because that's the only way my camera could pick it up. Where my eye can pick it up without doing that, I can inside looking into a darker room, I could pick it up on the 3rd brightness setting, the circuit board, perfectly. And I drew a little pictograph of what I am seeing. So that's basically what I'm seeing, is you've got your individual 4 LED lights that this particular thing has. You've got some kind of pictograph, and then you can see each individual wires going to it. That's exactly what I'm seeing perfectly. And you can imagine being able to see all this circuit board and then little dot, and then when you turn on the 4 dots, it's really bad. Really bad. You could make that circuit board, I mean. So, while I love the look and design and feel and sturdiness of this, that is a real bummer to me, man. That is a real bummer. It's a real bummer. Could I get used to it and over it? Yeah, possibly. But for near $600, I mean, honestly, come on, guys. And especially a company like Steiner, you can't, I mean, you couldn't figure out to do the fix that Trijicon did with the black electrical, the liquid electrical tape over the circuit board. You couldn't figure that out. Nobody in the YouTubes I see on the videos I see on YouTube, nobody else sees that giant circuit board reflecting in your face. I think that's a real bummer. It really is a bummer to me. And like I said, I don't know if I have a defective unit, because the brightness, I seem to only have 4 brightness settings, not 5. 1.5 of them basically are visible outside. Well, one of them is visible outside. The other 3, you can only really see inside. And like I said, if I did have that 5th one, I'm sure it would just mean I could see the circuit board in bright daylight now. You know, which would even suck even more. So, compared to the other offerings, I mean, that are out there, I really like this thing. I like the look of it. It's going to go great with what the pistol copper carbine I'm putting together. So I contacted Steiner. I sent them a message. We'll see what they say, see if there is a defective, if they have a fix for that, if they know about that. I got a version that hasn't been fixed yet, but I'm a little bummed about it. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to go over that real quick. Compare it size-wise to like an MRO. You can see the MRO is going to be a little bit taller. Obviously not as wide. Your sight picture is definitely going to be different. This has got more of that. While the MRO's got such a nice big bright dot. While the MRO, and that is on full brightness. While the MRO has got a smaller lens, it does enlarge towards the enemy. So it does get a little bit larger, so it helps stop that tunnel effect. And same thing with the SRS. It has this big front followed by the small inlet, so that helps kill that tunnel effect. I'm going to compare these two side by side here. Obviously the SRS, obviously the SRS is taller. It's much heavier, bulkier, bigger, but then the front kind of shows you what that does in the front. Same kind of lens coating, it looks like. But this is a little bit more, when you compare them side by side, this is more of an orange yellow. This is more of a pink green. It's weird. I don't know if you're picking that up on camera, where this is more of an orange yellow. Probably not picking that up on camera. But the Trijicon SRS is just a tank. It's heavy as shit. It's got the solar panel on top. It's one of the first sites that if I recall, that ever did that. And then the MRO was obviously just a classic. MRO is great. Good to go. All right, guys. But the Steiner, man, very disappointed. Very disappointed. Really would have liked to have seen something better here. The circuit board, that's just common sense. You got to put a matte black coating over that circuit board to keep the reflection from happening. And then the brightness level. I know this thing gets horrific battery life on top of being what it is, but I mean, it's still not bright in my opinion. I mean, maybe I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just a puss. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching.